Well, 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 if it isn't the Nerdy Scribbler's Scribblings back to see another video. I suppose while he's off preparing for the next chapter in my story, I should introduce the video. Welcome back to the Nerdy Scribbler. Your host will be Anthony D'Elia, and today he will be drawing me, Bad Iikyallo. To stay up to date with all of the colorless content, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and like the video, of course. And if you want the Scribbler to grow the channel along with our story, feel free to support him over on Patreon. Now, without further ado, here is your Nerdy Scribbler.
Thank you, Bad Iikyallo. Alright, my scribblings, let's jump right back in. Bad Iikyallo had just abandoned her good self and one of the cadaverous twins within the void. Now back in the forest, using the power of the armor, Iikyallo tried her hand at creating life again. She used her dark energy creation magic and formed two humanoid beings. The first had obsidian skin with white markings, and the second had ivory skin with black markings. Both creatures' eyes glowed a brilliant white. She christened these two Smoke and Snow, her first Colorless. From the perfect castings of the original Colorless, she created the next. More and more colorless poured from her creation magic. Eventually, she felt her dark energy begin to dwindle. Even the armor could not sustain so many creation spells. Iikyallo would need time to rest and allow her energy to replenish. She removed the armor and slipped it into another pocket dimension. Before her stood her small army of colorless soldiers.
Hello, my darling creations. I am Iikyallo. Do not think of me as your ruler. Think of me as your guide. Carry out my will, and be rewarded with the best life you will come to know. Fail to do so, and I will turn you back into the nothingness that you were.
Her colorless bowed.
Good. Now go. Find the guardians and their champion and bring them back to me as corpses.
With that, her colorless dispersed, scouring the land for their prey.
As for me,
Iikyallo said to herself,
I'll handle the other cadaveration.
Bad Iikyallo flew off to Mount Rekindling, where she knew she left the other cadaverous twin. In the mountain, there were traces of color. The cadaverous twin was forcing himself to reverse the reversal cursed on him. When Iikyallo discovered this, she strengthened the curse by giving it a life seal. Now, in order for the curse to reverse at all, she would have to be killed. Iikyallo began hearing voices near the top of the mountain. She placed the twin in a trance and hid him within a crevice. She investigated the source of the voice and realized it was the Guardian's champion. She followed him, making sure to remain out of sight. He was a humanoid boy. He looked young. He didn't seem like he could ever be a threat to her. Why was this boy the champion? She raised her hand ready to kill him, but she was hesitant. Even though she forced all of the goodness to leave her body, she couldn't bring herself to kill the boy. She was afraid.
I've never killed before,
she whispered to herself.
But that doesn't mean my colorless can't.
She flew down ahead where she knew the boy would find her. She put on her friendliest face, ready to act as a guide through the mountain. When the boy found her, she immediately introduced herself.
Oh, hello. I'm Iikyallo. I'm a resident of the Seeing Tree. Who are you?
I'm Scotty, replied the boy. I've been tasked with the Guardians to find the cadaverous twins so that they can put a stop to the color being drained from the world.
Interesting. So that's what's been going on. Well, I don't know if either of the twins are here, but I can guide you through the mountain if you so choose.
That'd be very helpful, thank you. So the two set off through the mountain. Iikyallo kept her distance so as to keep her true intentions under wraps. She knew she'd have to get the cadaverous twin out of the mountain, or hope that one of her colorless would kill Scotty first. Iikyallo always managed to give Scotty a more difficult route, while she would accidentally cause something to obscure the easy path. All of these poor attempts did not hinder Scotty in the slightest. He was nimble and fast. After a while, the two happened upon a dark colorless. Iikyallo gave it a signal to kill. The colorless charged at Scotty, but Scotty dodged. The beast quickly turned around and shapeshifted into a wolf. Iikyallo was shocked to see her creation become something entirely different. She had to hide her smile and pretend she was afraid. The wolf managed to bite onto Scotty's pant leg, but Scotty kicked its muzzle, causing it to let go and shake its head in frustration. Scotty backed himself against the cave wall. As the wolf leapt at Scotty, he quickly moved out of the way, and the wolf smacked into the wall hard, head first. It tumbled to the ground and turned back into its colorless form unconscious. Iikyallo looked on at her creation as it lay limp on the floor. "Are you all right?" asked Scotty.
I'm fine. That was a colorless. They are born when there is too much sadness in our world.
Iikyallo lied as she wiped away a tear.
This was one of two types. It can shapeshift.
What about the other type?
I don't know. I haven't seen what they can do.
Iikyallo begrudgingly left her wounded colorless and continued through the mountain with Scotty. Iikyallo had developed a rage for the child now. She felt love for her babies and hate for all those that hurt them. They only traveled deeper down the mountain's winding tunnels for a few more minutes before the ground between them split apart. A huge gap separated Scotty and Iikyallo, and from within a massive obelisk of rock rose up, with a light colorless atop it. The colorless looked to her for guidance. She gave it another signal, and it proceeded to attack Scotty. It leapt off the pillar and formed fire around its hands and feet, punching and kicking at Scotty. The colorless stopped its attack when Scotty managed to crack it in the head with a rock. It backed up and raised its hand above its head. The pillar of stone cracked and floated over to the colorless as if it were weightless.
Scotty, this one can control the elements,
Iikyallo yelled from across the way, but was obviously just letting her excitement slip through.
Oh no, I'm falling! Find the cadaver's twin, Scotty!
Iikyallo let herself fall through the hole the colorless made. She flew at top speed through the mountain back to where she hid the twin. She found him and created a portal underneath him leading back to the seeing tree. She followed him through and closed the portal. Back at the seeing tree, Iikyallo screamed out in excitement that she had created such amazing creatures. She looked at the twin's still entranced body.
I can't keep playing keep away with Scotty. I'll have to deal with him permanently. I'll have to force myself to kill.
And that's where we'll end for today,
I'll take it from here, Nerdy. And that's where we'll end for today, my scribblings. If you were so enthralled with the story you forgot my orders from the intro, be sure to subscribble, leave a like and a comment, and follow the Nerdy Scribbler over on Patreon. Links are in the description. Until next time, my scribblings. Woo! I can't wait until the next chapter is out.